Let's go to our final fight of the
evening.
evening.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our first warrior to the cage for the main event. Please give it up for Tahar Fast Hands Hadbi.
And here we go, 13-6, 29-year-old Tahar Hadbi, Fast Hands. Fighting out of Paris, France by way of Algeria. Welcome back, Ramaretti. Time for the main event, my friend.
Oh,
so
really?
Give me a little reaction on the last fight.
You know, that played out like I more or less thought it would. Like if Gary really wanted to have a strategic fight, he needed not to strike. And he needed to really play up his wrestling and his jiu-jitsu, and he did a brilliant job of that.
Yeah, I know, fantastic. Tahar Hadbi is no joke. This is a very, very tough customer. He has some heavy, heavy hands, and he can put you to sleep. A TKO artist is Tahar Hadbi, and he is in a huge position here at Brave 5 Go for Glory.
So Tahar started fighting 10 years ago on a whim. Basically, his friend invited him over to his MMA gym, and he's been hooked ever since. Before that, he played semi-professional soccer.
No, he's an athlete through and through, coming off of 3 consecutive wins.
All right, and welcome to the cage, his opponent, Carl the Bomber Booth.
And coming up, it is Carl the Bomber Booth. And he is a nasty, nasty fighter. We remember the win over Gadzhimusa Gadzhiev, where he stunned everybody and knocked him clean out. And here he is, Carl Booth. That was at Brave 2. Now we're at Brave 5, and he is looking to make himself the most dominant welterweight in the entire organization. And he's gonna have to go through a man that is on 3 fights in a row in Tahar Hadbi.
So Carl is a Muay Thai practitioner, great at kicking range, really impressive at kicking range.
Taking a look at the tail of the tape here, you can see there's going to be a height advantage that goes to Booth, both pretty much the exact same age, UK versus France. This one is going to be a scrap in the main event. And remember, Carl Booth is coming off of 6 straight victories. Let's get our official introductions with Carlos Kramer.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. 3 5-minute rounds in the welterweight division, sanctioned by India MMA Federation. And we are ready. Introducing our first warrior, fighting out of the blue corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 13 wins and 6 losses. He stands 183 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 77.3 kilograms. Representing MMA Factory and fighting out of Paris, France by way of Algeria. Give it up for Tahar Fast Hands Hadbi. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 7 wins and 1 loss. He stands 182 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 77.4 kilograms. Representing Nottingham MMA and fighting out of Nottingham, England. Give it up for Carl the Bomber Booth. For your referee instructions, Mark Goddard.
And here we go. It is your main event of the evening. Welterweight action, 3 5-minute rounds. Mark Goddard will get us started. And both these men have serious power. I doubt this one gets out of 3 rounds. In the black and the yellow is Tahar Hadbi. In the black and the red, Carl Booth.
Round kick.
Hadbi is circling, but now Carl Booth becoming the aggressor.
Again with the round kick.
Tahar Hadbi's all business, man. You look into those eyes, and those are empty, dangerous eyes there for Tahar Hadbi.
Just a black hole.
Yeah, 100%. Out of his 13 wins, 7 of those coming by way of KO or TKO. In his last 3 fights, 2 of those fights, KO punches. So this man has serious power in his hands.
Yeah, their monikers are oddly fitting. Fast Hands and Bomber. Though if I could give Carl Booth a nickname, it'd be Angry Will Smith.
Fair enough. Good call. Rama Reddy coming in with the Angry Will Smith. I like it. You know, in the last fight for Carl Booth against Gaziev had him rocked a few times, really threw some really powerful strikes, but Booth was able to weather the storm and just throw a nasty knockout punch.
Showed a lot of composure in that fight.
Tahar Hadbi doing a great job of just continuing to stay in front of Booth and not giving him any room to breathe or establish his range.
Yeah, it looks like Tahar is really trying to bait Booth into an exchange. Looks like he wants to really slip that jab and try to land one of his overhands or hooks on the inside.
Hadbi doing just a great job, you're right, just staying in front of Booth and not allowing him to operate, not really allowing him to go on the offensive. The Bomber, Carl Booth here. We are in the booth at NSIC. Here in beautiful Mumbai, India for Brave 5, Go for Glory. This is your main event. Cyrus Fees alongside Rama Reddy.
Nice segue, man.
Yeah. They don't bring me all the way from the States for nothing, brother. Setting up the combinations, his fast hands, and he does have quick hands. But he's been throwing some really wicked leg kicks. And it says it right there on his shorts. You just kind of have a feeling it's the same way with the Gaziev fight, that something big's going to happen with that sort of power. All it takes is one shot, one kick, one punch, and the fight is over.
Yeah, both these gentlemen are really, there it is. There's that overhand that kind of looked like it glanced Booth.
It didn't look like it knocked him down so much. It just seemed like as he was going down, he caught it. I don't think he got the full force of it.
Lucky him.
Ooh, yeah, absolutely. Inside leg kick, those things are just making my legs hurt.
Catches the leg and returns with a punch.
And how about, you can see it right there in the ring, the All India Mixed Martial Arts Federation. They've done such a great job officiating and making a great impression here at Brave Combat Federation.
You know, they've gone really big, really fast, and I'm impressed with them too.
There we go, mixing up the strikes though is Carl Booth going to the head, which is opening up the body. Hadbi just looks so much bigger just in his size. It just seems like he carries a little bit more power, but Booth, a little deceiving.
Yeah, I think, yeah, Booth definitely has the range on this, but Tahar has just that girth, that Barney Rubble kind of build. Nice combination. There we go, we have Booth finally feeling a little more comfortable to open up the combinations.
Letting him go, Carl Booth, and he's going to try to put him up against the fence. And how often does it happen? You think you're going to get a striking battle, and it comes down to the grappling and to the clinching, and who's better in that respect.
Interesting to see here. Booth has a Muay Thai pedigree, so you'd think he'd be more comfortable, you know, doing more of a Muay Thai clinch. We'll see what his knees look like here.
Hadbi just kind of working his head into the chin and just making life really uncomfortable for the Bomber.
Yeah, definitely doing a good job of staying low and trying to lift that head. And
that head movement on the offense is, you don't think that that's a problem. But when you have somebody pressing their head up against your chin, it's just tough to deal with. Very frustrating.
It takes away everything, man. It takes away so much of your offense or your defense.
Well, that's the end of round number 1, and not a whole lot of action here. We saw some great strikes with some of the great leg kicks for Hadbi, and I think Hadbi just moving forward may have gotten him that round. So
yeah, I mean, tough round to call, but you know, two very technical fighters having a very technical round.
take a look at the replay here. Hadbi and Booth.
Side kick. One, and round kick low.
Going to be a very, very tough one to call between these two. They seem to have an answer for each other's strikes.
Yeah.
And you see in the replay, Booth had a little bit more offense than maybe I gave him credit for.
Yeah, most of Booth's offense was kind of were low, the round kicks that were coming in low and landing.
Tahar Hadbi, he's been all around the world, From the UK, Abu Dhabi, Russia, Finland. Very, very well-traveled is Tahar Hadbi. Then you have Carl Booth that this was his first international fight with Brave Combat Federation. He fought in the UK primarily for all of his fights, but now he's starting to get a little bit of international flavor, and I think he really likes it. He's really enjoyed his time here in India and has really been comfortable the last few days. So let's see what happens here in round two. Let's see if somebody starts to kind of make some distance.
Ooh. Booth throws a switch kick from the get-go.
Hadbi once again kind of walking him down. Booth does a great job when he can kind of take control and execute his offense and start to move forward and not stay on his back feet. Nice kick to the body.
Nice contrast of styles here too. Tahar has a lot of head movement, a lot of feints with his hands. You know, very classic boxer.
Hadbi's on his way, you know, but he really hasn't let his hands go. We've seen a lot of kicks, but he hasn't really gone to the body and let the hands go, and his name is Fast Hands. I'd like to see those hands really come into play. Crowd here in India is taking everything in here in Mumbai, and very, very studious. Reminds me of a crowd in Japan or something, you know?
I was just about to say it, man. I was just about to say it beat me.
We're reading each other's minds up here, Rob.
Time for a hook kick.
They're throwing them all out there. Creative strikes from both men. Not really willing to engage with each other right now.
I mean,
nobody's wanting to pull the trigger and really put together a combination. Just one strike at a time.
Yeah, this is kind of like a bit of a Cold War, right? Mutually assured destruction. Have to make sure that they, if they're going to enter, they do it as safely as possible. They know they have to respect each other's power here.
1-2 just misses for Booth.
Nice jab.
Just kind of have a feeling whenever somebody lands flush, it might just be over. Charging forward here is Hadbi, and he gets close. He, you know, almost has him up against the cage, but he won't commit.
Hadbi has an interesting way of throwing his too. You'll notice it's almost like an overhand because his shoulder's a little higher than the other, and yeah, it comes in a strange angle.
Throwing up a head kick is Booth in close quarters, and that's a nice uppercut. Yeah, he timed that just perfectly on the way in.
And the jab to follow it up. Nice job.
Really reminds you of the fight with Gajamusa. He did a great job of counter punching, and he kind of lays back and waits for his turn. But when he does, it's a head rocker.
Nice overhand there, mixing it up, switch.
Here comes Hadbi, he's going on the attack.
Oh, and they sense the threat. Hadbi gets a bit of a combo off before that shot.
Sloppy takedown attempt there by Carl Booth, and Hadbi quickly thwarts that.
He's got 2 minutes to work here. I don't think Hadbi would be really glad to go to the ground, so I think he's just kind of using this to make a bit of space and then get back to a punching range.
Well, of the 6 losses that he has had, 3 of those have come by submission. And he has no submission victories to his credit, so there you go. I think that kind of answers your question. Tahar Hadbi keeping the pressure. 90 seconds left here in round number 2. He is keeping the pressure on Carl Booth. Mumbai, India, gracious, have been fantastic hosts for the last week. Open workouts, media days, and just have really embraced Brave Combat Federation, and I have a feeling that this is not going to be the last time that Brave comes to India. I think it's the ripe crowd, and they really enjoy it.
This is the beginning of, I think, a new era of MMA for India. I think that if they do consistent shows here, the public will show up like they have in Mumbai tonight. Trading jabs there.
Once again, nobody really landing flush here, but you take a look at the face, the blood coming down. But it's actually leaking from the nose of Hadbi right now. And it is all over the place, turning into a bit of a bloodbath. 30 seconds left here in round 2.
Misses with the jab, but trying to back him up slightly. I think once he backs him up, he's gonna try to look for his hard power shots.
Dangerous is that Bomber, that Carl Booth has really established his range now. And when he establishes his range, he's very, very dangerous.
Nice lean back there, and a slip from Carl.
We're going into the third and final round. And I'm actually surprised that we've gotten this far with 2 power punchers.
As am I.
Interesting round number 2. As you can see, the damage is there. They're taking some serious damage between the 2 of them. But nobody's really come through with that knockout punch, that knockout kick yet. So we'll move on to the third and final round.
1, 2, lands on the guard. And these low kicks keep coming back, but Tahar's doing a better job of checking them. That one lands flush on the outside of the knee. 1, 2, and this is the combination, I think, that Tahar starts landing. Nice uppercut from Booth. Starts with a 2, an uppercut, hook, straight. Bit of a flurry there that immediately leads to a shot from Booth, I think, just to break that combo.
There you go. You saw the replay. It all comes down to this. It all comes down to this fist fight. 5 more minutes in the welterweight division. Who is going to stand atop of that division? Will it be Carl Booth or will it be Tahar Hadbi? The battle rages on here in Mumbai. Brave 5, go for glory. Hope you're following along on our social media. That's Brave MMAF on all of your social media outlets. And here we go, third and final round. Hadbi doing what he does best, and that's staying in the face of Booth.
Looks like he's a little more active now, trying to put a little more pressure on him. Probably senses that urgency. Nice jab from Booth.
Look for that big right hand to come through. Setting it up with the body kick. If he can land that thing flush.
Nice. Inside leg kick. You know, one thing, even if you're dealing with a power puncher like Booth is dealing with Tahar, if you start throwing your kicks high, they have to plant their hands there. It's really hard for them to throw. I think that was perhaps a strategy that Owen Conley, Booth's coach, had going into this.
Well, I'll say this. Nobody, I think, has a firm grip on this fight as far as the rounds. I don't think we really have any idea where this fight is going to lead. It's been very even. So that being said, I think they really have to go after it. They have to take this round decisively. And it seems like that's what they're doing, but just in their own way.
Yeah, very, very close.
I think Hadbi knows how good of a power puncher Booth is, and he doesn't want to overcommit and make a mistake. And Booth is just a much better counter puncher.
Yeah, he definitely plays like that archetypical fighter role.
But at some point, you got to score those points. You don't want to be backing up the entire fight, else you can just straight up lose on cage aggression. You see 2 jabs coming through for the bomber, Carl Booth.
Nice body shot from Tahar.
This combination. Tahar Hadbi continues to crowd Carl Booth. Now we're going to go for a takedown attempt. That's going to be a tough one, and that is just not Carl's forte. As he kind of telegraphs it a little bit, and he just doesn't quite have that technique to finish it.
Yeah, I think in his case, it's like strictly an outfighter tactic. You know, he notices that Tahar is getting way too close, and he'd rather close that distance than have to deal with him at punching range.
1 2 1 2 1 2 go 1 2 1 2 1 2 hey low kick finish with it. Come on hey,
nice combination.
Inside
setting it up there. Carl Booth starting to feel his way here, starting to get into a groove and working the angles.
Lands a nice hook combo there, and let's see if Tahar actually capitalizes on this.
Here we go, just 2 minutes left here in the third and final round.
Nice jab in and out.
Hadbi doing enough in this round, staying busy enough. It's still very, very hard for the judges to call a fight like this. Because you can see Booth's done a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean, in the first round you saw that Tahar had bloodied Booth a bit. It's all quite superficial.
Crowd dead silent for this one as they're just kind of waiting for that explosion, waiting for that big shot, waiting for the fight ender. Is it going to be the horn, or is somebody going to hit the ground?
1 minute 16, Carl.
It is really oddly quiet in here. All we can hear is like
Tahar's corner. Yeah.
Tahar's corner, like screaming in French.
Oh, nice switch kick there to the body, and
nice trading jabs there. It looks like Booth might have been, his eyes, his vision might be impaired slightly.
Look at the nose of both men, just kind of blasted open. They've both done some serious damage to each other. Nice combination by both.
Up a little bit.
I don't think that Boothroyd needs to worry about the counter punching of Hadbi. If he would just start stringing together some shots, I think he could do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the couple times that he's has landed, it's been, yeah, wow.
Nice setup by Hadbi.
I think Hadbi is very aware of Booth's counter-fighting skills, and is just kind of feint him out, just trying to juke him a little bit so he kind of spends early. Nice.
Final seconds here, and if somebody could get a takedown, that could be a game changer, but it's not going to happen.
10 seconds left. Let's see if Hadbi really turns it on, throws an overhand, goes big.
Final seconds of this one, our main event, a break 5, and that is going to be it. We'll leave it to the judges. We will be right back with your decision from Mumbai.
They want you to do an interview.
Welcome back to Mumbai. Let's go to our official decision for the main event, Carlos Kramer.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for these two warriors. What a main event that was. We go to the judges' scorecard, and all judges score the bout 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision, Carl the Bomber Booth.
the Bomber, Carl Booth. Talk about the fight a little bit. It was very back and forth. You both landed some big shots, a lot of damage. Your nose was busted open. His nose was busted open. Talk about the battle.
I ate enough jabs, yeah, to bust my nose. I thought that was going to be a 5-round fight. I think we contracted to it. Tahar wants 2 more rounds. I want more rounds as well, man. I wasn't really happy with my performance, but fuck it.
Well, you take home the victory. Carl, what's next? That being said, what's next for you? You're on top of the welterweight division here at Brave.
I don't know, man. Whatever they throw at me. Don't really care. I take anyone. Fucking... I want that strap. That's what I really want. I want more rounds with him to make it happen. Fuck it.
Well, there we go. There he is. That's Carl the Bomber Booth. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it from Mumbai, India. We'll see you next time on Brave Combat Federation.